Back in the spring of 2022, Katie Wetteland burst onto the scene at Rocklin High School.
I remember playing in the fall, and she's always been one of those girls that have played up. She's always played a year ahead, and she's had the talent to do it and has never, ever had a struggle. She's always batted in the middle of the lineup. She's played every position on the field, pitcher, catcher, middle infield, outfield. Like, she literally can play every position. Even now, I bet she could throw the catcher's gear on.
She led the Thunder varsity softball team with a .390 batting average and 13 extra base hits as a freshman, and Division I colleges quickly started taking note.
I had a great season. The team had a great season. They had really good leadership. The seniors did a good job. My older sister was actually a senior when I was a freshman, so that was pretty cool.
But something didn't feel right after her freshman summer. An MRI showed a torn labrum in her throwing shoulder, sidelining Katie for most of her sophomore and junior seasons at Rocklin. It's an injury that, oddly enough, runs in the family.
I think it's something genetically with my family. Yeah, both of them. And my dad and my grandpa and my uncle. It's definitely genetics. But before I got her, I was definitely getting interest from top schools. So that was like really exciting for me because obviously that's every little girl's dream. I kind of had lost everyone else's interest when they heard I was hurt the first time. So that was just hard because like my dream was to play at the next level, like high at the next level. And I was like, that's not even going to happen. Like, is it even worth to keep playing?
Even Katie's younger sister, Amanda, now a sophomore on Rocklin's varsity team, has also started this year with the same injury.
It's the exact same thing. It's like our whole family tree. I tore the back of my labrum. I don't know if she tore like the front, but I tore the back of it, so.
Having gone through that injury, Katie has plenty of advice to pass down to her younger sister.
She gives me like very good advice. I don't know how to like explain that, but I've always looked up to her because she's always been like, she was always naturally good at the sport. And then she just really helps me.
And as for Katie herself, well, she's back and better than ever for her senior year.
Very first practice, she got 2 live at-bats, and the first 2 pitches she saw, she hit out. And the coaches and I just kind of looked at each other going, yeah, that's the Katie that I know, and you guys are going to see this next year. And sure enough, during the season this year, she had a stage during front toss where she hit 6 or 7 out, and you know her swing is great. She's got a great inside-out approach. Has always been really smart about hitting.
She's like built her mental part of the game back up, like brick by brick, and now like she's pretty solid.
I'm really looking forward to being out on the field full time.
Katie is committed to the school that kept the faith in her during her injuries, the University of Nevada-RENO.
UNR, out of all the schools that liked me even during my recovery, UNR just really stood out to me because they liked me for me, like my injured self. And they said that they like how I play with grit and like I have a story behind me. And I felt like they weren't looking at me like, oh, she's an injured player, like she won't play kind of thing. They have a lot more confidence in me, which is huge. So that was definitely a big reason why I chose to go there.
And with Rocklin as the reigning section champion, Katie hopes to lead the Thunder back to the big stage.
I definitely want to win this year. I want to get there at least one game at a time for playoffs, but that would be really exciting if I got to play like full time in that game.
She worked hard to get back with her shoulder, and yeah, mentally I think she was totally fine. She accepted the role of I'm going to be here at every practice and every game and supporting my team the best I can. But yeah, missing her on the field is she's a big piece of the team.
I definitely learned to trust in God because I know that all this happened for a reason. It made me tougher as a player, mentally and physically. And I feel like I came back a better player each time.
From Rocklin High School, I'm Nick Pecoraro, and this is Premier Preps.